Thank you very much, Ms. Sahiti and Mr. Nikhil, for the presentation. We are looking forward to know a lot more about Raj News in coming future. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now that we know a little bit about who we are, what we do, I would now to take this moment to take this segment further. Now I'm going to call the next gentleman who's a doctor, who's very renowned, he's specialist and very dear to us. Can I please call on stage Dr. Srinivas Vudathala, who is the COO of Gene Insight Informatics, Sanray Labs, Genome Sequencing, Expert Genomics in Diagnostic. Can we put our hands together and welcome him on stage, Dr. Srinivas Vudathala. Sir, a very warm welcome to you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Good evening to this wonderful August gathering of doctors, dignitaries, Honorable Minister, the media people, and my own colleagues here. It's indeed a wonderful occasion to be speaking about what Gene Insight is about. May I have the first slide, please? So before the first slide comes up, I would like to tell you that Gene Insight is a genome sequencing company, aiding the doctors in understanding the underlying mechanisms, the diseases, what are the reasons behind those, what are those mutations, how can they treat the patients well. That's where we come up with. That's what Gene Insight Informatics is about. Yeah. So I am Dr. Srinivas Vudathala. I am the co-founder and director of this company. The next slide, please. So when we speak about the genome sequencing, you may be asking, there are lots of companies in this sector who are doing the genome sequencing. So what about us? Why are we so special here? The previous one, please. Yeah. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce the most powerful genome sequencing facility right here in Hyderabad. Why are we saying this as the most powerful, and what are we offering here as Gene Insight? We have a suite of solutions through the genome sequencing platforms. When I say genome sequencing, I'm sure everyone understands that we are reading the sequence of genes inside and trying to understand what kind of mutations are causing the relevant, the actual diseases, the disorders, the oncology studies, the neuro disorders, how are they happening, all these things. So we have right from the NGS, which is called the next generation sequencing, we have much more advanced third generation sequencing, and all of these are AI driven. We are also moving ahead with the next step, which is the single cell genomics, which gives much more better insights than the regular sequencing activities. Then of course, to understand all these, the terabytes of data that we generate, we need to have a wonderful bioinformatics pipeline. That's what we have. When I say that we are the most powerful organization coming up in the genomic sector, those are the three powerful machines that we have in our kitty. The first one is the NovoSeq X Plus, where I can do 160 full human genomes within 2 days. And then of course the next one is the PacBio Revio. If I want to know the answers in a single run of the whole genome, what kind of mutations, what kind of methylation studies can be done, everything can be done in one single run. Likewise, we have a benchtop.
I would like to take a moment, sir. Can we just pause for a second? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the mighty presence of our Honorable Health, Medical and Family Welfare Science and Technology Minister, none other than the dynamic Sri Damodar Rajanarasimha Garu is here with us. A very warm welcome to you, sir. I request you to please have your seat. We are honored and delighted to have your presence with us. And now I hand it over back to you, sir, on stage.
Thank you, thank you. So when we speak of the regular genomics, so far it has been the story of the regular reactive medicine treatments. With the power of these kind of machines and the tools, we are now moving towards the predictive, preventive, and the personalized care. That's what we aim at Gene Insight. Next one, please. Yeah, that's what I was speaking about, the personalized medicine. And then we have the early disease detections, preventive diagnostics, infectious disease monitoring. All these are under the genome sequencing services. So genomics allows us to decode the human genome in hours at a fraction of the cost of what we had a decade ago. In 2 days, we can finish the whole genome sequencing, understand what can be upcoming disease. So, but why does this matter in the clinic? Because you should understand 90% of the rare diseases, right? 40% of the cancers, and even drug response can now be understood through these powerful methodologies and tools. Next one, please. At Gene Insight, this is the plethora of all the services that we provide, right from the carrier screening, the pre-implantation genetic screening, the non-invasive prenatal testing, the neonatal testing. There's a huge gamut of tests under that. Multiple gene panels for molecular genetics, which are listed in the center, right from the metabolic disorders, ENTs, and so on and so forth. Metagenomics, the study of bacterial interactions with humans and elsewhere. The whole genome sequencing, clinical exomes, and so forth. 4 key examples that I would like to highlight here are especially the applications in cancer research, the inherited disease research, reproductive genomics, infectious disease research. Can you please click on the next button, please? The next one. So when we speak of cancer research, we have n number of panels for various types of cancers. Not only that, now with the power of the whole genome, the cost coming down so much, we are also offering whole genome sequencing, the whole exome sequencing for these kind of studies. Next one, please. And we have very detailed report right from the mutations, the kind of tests that are going worldwide, nutrigenomics. So many factors are coupled into these reports. Next one, please. Now, when we look at the inherited disease research, right from carrier screening all the way up to inherited disease, we have the entire spectrum of services here. The next one, please. Now, when we speak of NIPT, it's a boon to the mothers. Without taking the amniotic fluid, we tell what's happening in the growing baby. So we are into the pharmacogenomics sector, a very powerful sector where we are moving towards the personalized medicines. So that's what we are focusing on, right from identifying genetic variations, influencing drug metabolism and responses, informing optical drug responses, that's another area that we're looking at, and of course, predictions. Next one, please. Now, adding to all the regular genomic services, we also have launched our latest one, which is single-cell genomics. As you can see in the picture here, every cell that is been shown in the tissue, you can do this single-cell genomics and find out what's happening in a specific organ area also. Now, that's a very important tool to bridge the histology and genomics. This is what we are offering here. Next one, please. Now, what makes us stand apart from all the other service providers here is that we are not just looking at genomics per se. We are adding so many other layers to give a holistic approach to the treatment. That's the power that we give to the doctors so that they can treat their patients in a much better way. We have right from the genomics, the single-cell genomics, epigenomics, transcriptomics, proteomics, metabolomics. All these are at Gene Insights. Next one, please. So with this, I thank you all for this opportunity. Genome sequencing, a powerful tool in modern-day diagnostics. Thank you so much.